Alrighty, welcome to the Chalk Talk Social. It is Friday. It is March 6th. We got NFL news already back in action. It feels good to see a lot of moving happening. We got trades happening. We got restructures happening. We got guys getting cut. So, hey, we had a little lull there, but it feels like we're kind of back into it. And, we got the draft coming up. So things are happening. And it seems like only more is going to happen. I mean, we could almost run through like Stephon Diggs just got cut. Danielle Hunter just got a 1-year, $40 million extension. The Packers restructured Xavier McKinney to free up $9 million. We're talking about what were the trades that just happened? DJ Morgan trade, we'll get into it. We got all these things happening, man. It feels good to get some NFL news back in the news cycle a little bit here outside, just like trying to make things happen outside of the combine. But, Eman, what is going on? How we doing, brother?
You already know it's Friday. I'm in here, man. It has to suck to be Stephon Diggs. He lost his girlfriend, the Super Bowl, and his job in the matter of a fucking month. Goodness, what a month. He got charges against him from the chef. Woo, that boy is dealing with some shit. I don't want to be him, so I'm good. I'm not Stephon Diggs right now. I'm having a good weekend outside of having to pay these fucking people to just take the money out your accounts every month. I don't even
Tax
know who
season?
they are. No, the rent. The rent. Yeah, the rent. Taxes. I work a job where they take it every paycheck. So it's like I don't even fucking count it because I don't see it. So
that's what I'm saying. Rents always do. Never ends. Always got money coming out your pockets. It's crazy. But hey, good episode today. We finally got a baseball fan joining. I know this is gonna be our second baseball fan. I think one of our very first guests was an Orioles fan way back when we were heads over our skis trying to figure out what to do with this show at the point. But been all football, so very excited to have a baseball fan come on, dive into that a bit more. We'll do a little bit basketball talk as well. And then per usual, we'll get over to Joey on the news desk. So as I preface, why don't we get into it with our fan that we got on today to talk a bit of Brewers. It's going to be our first Brewers fan coming on, which will be fun. I'm a Brewers fan. I know Joey's going to be sitting in the background as a Cubs fan, just taking this one all in. But we got Tonto Bones. Not his real name, but we're going to call him Tonto
Bones. That's
what
I was about to say. That's got to be a fucking legit name, man. I was about to be like, no way that's his real name because that's fucking dope.
It is 100% not my real name. Actually, Funny enough, I found out I got that nickname in college as like an alter ego. And I had no idea what it meant or anything. So I went to get a custom cowboy hat, and I was like engraved Tonto on the back. And the guy that was doing it was like, Tonto? I was like, Tonto, Tonto. And he goes, that means dumbass in Spanish. 15 years.
Damn.
That's good. Is it Bones just because you're big, tall, lengthy?
I'm not even sure how it came about, but that would check. That would fit the bill.
That would check. All right. Well, you're geared up in all your Brewers stuff. You got the Jordan Love. I'm assuming a signed Jordan Love in the back, the big Packard logo in the back. I love to see that. But we're here to talk some crew today. Very excited to do so. So let's get into it. First of all, we got the 2026 season right around the corner. Just off the jump, like, what are your thoughts on how the Brewers are building their roster, how we're feeling about the team, and like, have you seen some things from the fan base and fellow Brewers fans that y'all are talking about about the team this year?
Yeah, I mean, the Brewers have really been foundational, like, for years, right? We're a low market team, so it's never been buy players that are already proven and giving them $100 million contracts for 10 years. It's always been a lot of draft and develop, and it really started with like the pitching. They've had such dominant pitching that they've developed through their farm system with like Woody, who's still there, but Corbin Burns and guys like that have come through the ranks, that we get them in really some of their prime before we end up not being able to pay them. So
Freddie
I think
Peralta?
fastball Freddie, and obviously we lost him now to the Mets, but I mean, he gave us how many good years of pitching, and last year he was a Cy Young runner. So it's like we develop and pitch well for years, and our bullpen has been astonishing for years, and they've saved us because over the last couple of years our bats have fallen sour. So
yeah, Christian Yelich specifically. I mean, he's gone from superstar. The injuries have kind of knocked him down to just star. He was, unfortunately, one of the least effective hitters for the Brewers in the playoffs this last playoffs, which could have really used Christian Yelich's like bat and in the clutch. and they're kind of building up the youth movement, like you said. They got one of the best. I think they got still the highest rated farm system right now too for this upcoming season with a Jesus Mate. They got who's the third baseman who's just a
Made's
rip.
a stud, dude. I actually won't be surprised if Made comes up maybe
Isn't
at some
18,
point this
19 years old right now.
Yeah. We got him before he could have a cigar legally, dude.
Who's the third baseman prospect they got as well? Real good hitter.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too, dude. But yeah, I mean, their farm system over the last 5 years has been ranked top, right? Like they've been so good, and you can see it. Like how young we were last year. Like I don't care. Just as a fan of baseball, I'm biased because I'm diehard Brewers through and through. But like from an outsider's perspective, people fell in love with how the Brewers played. You know, and it was fun to be a part of because it's different than how, most teams play now with ball. Live and breathe by the home run ball, right? And we played small ball and we're fast, and it was just like, it was exhilarating to watch that baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, they scored like the third most runs last year or something like that. I think the third most runs in baseball last year, I believe. And then it was just, you had Andrew Vaughn come in just being an RBI machine as soon as he got there. And it was huge.
That's the other shit that they do so good too, dude. It's like, he sucked for the White Sox. Obviously he was like a solid player for a long time. He got drafted. Was he the number one pick?
3, I think.
Or 3. I mean, he was he's top 5 for sure, right? So it's like he just fell on his face with like the White Sox. We bring him in, and he's just an absolute demon. Like, like we were just hoping he was up. He destroyed the Cubbies a few times, which was fun to watch. We were at one of those games. But yeah, it was one of the most fun years of watching Brewer baseball that I can remember last year, for sure.
And that's what I was just about to say. With having a great year last year and y'all on like your full on youth movement, do you think y'all gonna be able to manage to do better this season? Bring it all the way home, or may take?
I'm Homer. I'm Homer as shit. But I will tell you this: I do believe it, and I say that because it's like we had 4 or 5 guys last year making their like MLB debuts, or some that had a few like reps in the year prior. But overall, like they're young, and to have the experience over the last couple of years, to have some playoff exposure, like winning a series, right? Like taking the Cubs down in a big time series where people doubted it as soon as we got to play them again. Like they wanted a piece, and we took them down. Our bats got a little, you could see some of the nerves come through with the Dodgers, but I don't care who you put up against the Dodgers in that series, they were getting smoked. It could have been the Phillies, it could have been anybody. Like their pitching was, and their hitting obviously speaks for itself, but even if their hitting's not on, like it didn't
They're giving
matter.
up 2 runs a game at MetLife.
Yeah. Like Snell was insane, and then obviously, with Ohtani doing what he did in that one of game 3. Hitting
with the whole, he had like the 10 Ks, the home run. Homers. Yeah, a couple homers.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you just tip your cap, dude. The guy's the best player in baseball. Like, there's no question.
Might be the best player in baseball in history.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, we got to witness history. We are unfortunately on the wrong side of it. But
it seems like that happens a lot for Wisconsin teams, on the wrong side of history. But I mean, I agree with you. Like they're really young, but these are young dudes who already have good playoff experience, and I think Pat Murphy is most definitely the right guy to keep leading them down the right path here. And they returned just about, obviously Freddie Peralta is a big hit, probably the biggest loss to that whole lineup. And they got rid of Caleb Durbin. They got rid of, who's the left fielder from last year that they also sent out.
Oh, rookie. Yeah, to the Red Sox too.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Anyways, they still are returning, Churio, Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Vaughn, Garrett Mitchell hopefully stays healthy is the big hope. Just keep Christian Yelich in the DH spot. Don't let that back blow out or anything like that. But they're an exciting team, man. But given we're talking about injuries a little bit, what might hurt this Brewers team down the stretch this year? And I know they got some things going for them, but
I think it's, dude, historically, it's always been hitting. Like they've gotten bailout pitching many of times, even in the playoffs and at the end of the season, where if they can put up 3 or 4 runs, they can win ball games. And when you can't do that, like they ran into a couple games where they were winning like 1-0, 2-0, and you're like, it's not a sustainable baseball in a hitter's world right now, right? Like where everybody's hitting bombs. So it's like I think a little bit more consistency. Like they do play small ball, but like when they can't execute small ball, like you're gonna get destroyed. So we see some hope though. Like there was some like new power that you saw in like Terang. Like Terang was hitting absolute nukes last year. And for such a tiny looking dude, I'm like, he has some pop in the bat. So I think there's some hidden pop, and like they obviously all have speed. But I think they ultimately need to be able to have some more consistency at the plate. I think that goes without even saying, just watching some of those games. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Terang, no one expected that home run power to start coming out of nowhere like that. I don't think he's a 30 home run guy, but like I think he's mid 20s. He's just got a pure swing. That's all you need. If you just got a pure cut, man, you can rip bombs all day long, especially in AmFam. Ooh, it's a
the ball
park,
flies
baby.
at AmFam, especially when they get a little summer months. They open up those back windows. You can fly that sucker to Potawatomi, baby. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
So who are the guys and the players on the team that people should be talking about this year, excluding like Vaughn, Yelly, or Chorio? Who do you think everybody should be watching out for?
I was just talking about because he's my favorite Brewer, but Bryce Terang is. Okay. I think he's starting to get more recognition now. He's playing with the U.S. team too, which is awesome. So you can, and he's got his Gold Glove. He got robbed a bit last year, but like he's steady as all hell. Like in the field, like he doesn't make mistakes. He just is like a sound ball player. But from a pitching side, like the Mizorowski, like the excitement that he had when he came through was obviously electric. Bringing in like 105-mile-an-hour fastballs and like 98-mile-an-hour sliders. You're like, good God.
Yeah. I was at the game.
I think you could pay me to stand up there.
Yeah, dude. When they came out to Seattle, I was at the game where he pitched against the Mariners here. And after that game and beyond, it was all downhill for him. So if the Brewers come back to town and Mizorowski's pitching, I swear to Brewers fans, I will not go to that game.
Yeah, you can't go, bro.
I cannot go.
We can't. Dude, I remember seeing you, Kriegs. You were on TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was on that.
You were on FS Wisconsin. I'm like, there he is, Kriegs. I think we were sending pics. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I was on that one. I mean, it wasn't just luck. I do have one of my best friends. His wife now, it works in the broadcast booth for like the Bucks and the Brewers. Damn. And anytime she knows I'm at a game, she tries to help me out. And she was communicating with the team over in Seattle. I was like, hey, go to this section. Here he is. And then all of a sudden, I'm just out there chirping shit with my wife's dad, and I'm on TV talking Brew Crew.
That's beautiful, man. The only other guy I would tell you, dude, is I'm excited about Garrett Mitchell coming back. Like I just saw, like he just hit like a 460-foot nuke in spring training, and you're like,
crank that puppy.
Yeah, our outfield, like line to line, is pretty stacked. Like we have people that can come in, like Sal Frelick's another guy that's just knows ball, gritty. Yeah. Like the entire team is just like very gritty. For a bunch of young guys, they're very mature for being, 20 to 25 years old.
Well, dude, that's the thing, especially knowing the Brewers. I don't know how this is going to play out. I would be pretty pissed if I'm a Brewers fan, which I am, and they, for some reason, decide we should trade Bryce Terang as he's entering his prime. Because when you think about it, they have Luis Pena coming up, Jesus Made coming up, Cooper Pratt coming up, Jefferson Cuero coming up, Andrew Fisher coming up. They have all these studs, a lot of infielders all over the place coming up. And there's going to be a point. You only got so many spots on the field. Garrett Mitchell, again, like he's just got to stay healthy because we've not even seen him in a full season. But we know that is a high-level starter potential outfielder.
Every time he pulls up on his hamstring, I just am like, good God, because like he's always like playing insanely well before he goes out. It's always like a freak thing, like reaching for first, and you're like, maybe let's not do that anymore.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, he's
Like,
a speed demon, man. He's so fast. It just says I know the Brewers are just itching to get a full year of him and just finally get to see what he can do out there. But yeah, I mean, on the Bryce Terang front, man, he jumped from a 218 average to 254 to 288. And of course, he goes from 6 homers to 7 to 18. His RBI numbers up over 80. He almost scored 100 runs last season. So, and he was a doubles machine too, with almost 170 hits. So like this, I mean, he's just entering his prime now. So I think this is going to be the year where we say Bryce Terang. I know most people have him ranked inside the top 3 second basemen in baseball, which when you're talking from defensively, he's the best defensive second baseman. If you watch the Brewers play, his range is ungodly.
Yeah, dude, he's an absolute stud. And Willie Contreras behind the dish, dude, is an absolute maniac too. Like his hitting, like is going to come in waves, and it always has. When he gets going, he's dialed. But like behind the plate, he is one of the best at fielding the catcher position I've ever seen too. Like he's a stud back there.
Something happened last year with him where his exit velo went way down, his launch angle went all down, and then something happened in the back half of the season. They got him right again, which I think the Brewers really missed his bat for most. That's a 300 hitting bat that they really missed out on last year. Do you have any thoughts really quick before we go to the next thing on David Hamilton, utility fella? You have any thoughts on him? Because Pat Murphy certainly did.
No, what did Pat say about him?
So Pat Murphy said, I'll bring this up one second. I think Pat Murphy says David Hamilton is going to make a quantum leap this season and boost the Brewers offense big time. So I know they got rid of Monasterio. That's the other guy they sent off. He kind of looked nice when he got some moments, but it sounds like David Hamilton is going to be the Brewers' primary utility guy this season, and Pat Murphy loves him. Quantum leap is a big statement to make on someone.
Listen, dude, if Pat Pancake Murphy can believe in him, so does Tonto Bones. That's what I'm going to tell you. Pat Murphy has those boys playing some fun ball, dude. I trust Murph.
Oh yeah, no, dude, he's an incredible guy for where the team is at now. And then how about this? We'll do this with our baseball fans throughout the year as we get them on, but instead of doing our traditional keep 3, cut 3 game that we do with football fans, a little harder to play that game with baseball. So what we want you to do with the Brewers is to build your perfect Brewers lineup from 1 to 9. You do get a DH spot. So you got the DH spot in there, and then you just pick your number 1 pitcher, your number 1 closer. And if you got a manager, I know probably Harvey Wallbanger, but I think Pat Murphy should probably also be up there. If you got a manager that's your favorite all time too, why don't you take us through your perfect Brewers lineup, pitcher, closer, all time, any era you pick?
Okay. All right. Well, I want to get your reaction to these to see it, because I think you'll agree with a lot of these, Kriegs.
Okay.
All right. Batting leadoff for the Brewers, all-time lineup, Paul Molitor. Put him at the hot corner too.
Oh yeah. So we got Paul Molitor at third base. Okay.
Yep. We got batting second, Robin Yount.
Yep. Short. You gotta have him.
Right at short. You could put him in center if you need to, but I got some other players out there.
Arguably the 2 best hitters in Brewers history.
Yeah. Those were givens, I think, right?
Yep.
3, I'm going Brawny.
Ooh, you put him in the DH or in left?
I got him in the left. And I think you'll see where I slipped the DH in, but I thought about him at a DH.
I can't blame you. You see that bat up there? I got the signed Ryan Braun Rookie of the Year bat, always sitting right behind me, man. The MVP season. We bait out Matt Kemp, deservingly so. I don't care about the Royd rumors or not. He deserved that,
dude. I mean, they're all doing it. It's like, what are we?
You got Jurickson Profar out here logging his second PD suspension, full season.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
Guy's ripping juice.
Yeah. There's so many of them doing it. Like, let's get real.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
it doesn't help your hand-eye coordination. That's what I always say.
That's what I've always argued. It doesn't. It like I get it. Like maybe your body's hurt. Also, like baseball's such a. I mean, let's be honest. It's not a bang around sport like basketball, football, any of those things. Like how bad can you really be hurt? I mean, like you're a good baseball player. Like you don't need to be ripping roids. Like Bond's doing it too. I never understood it either, man. Like
he was as guilty as all hell though. Like look at his rookie season and then look where he ended. You're like, yep, those were
head got big.
Yeah, dude. He just blew up completely. Turned into the Michelin Man, but he could hit some nukes, man. That was fun to watch.
Nukes, right into the river. All right, we got 3.
All right, so Ryan Braun's in my 3 hole.
Yep.
Clean up Gorman Thomas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got him center field.
Okay, well, tell me why
he
you
was
got
late
Gorman
70s into 80s. I think he
he led the league in home runs, I believe, like in the 70s.
Yep, in 1979, 45 nukes out there. Led baseball. He had 123 ribbies. He had 100 ribbies back-to-back season. He had a 39 home run season. I mean, he had a stretch from 79 to 82 with the Harvey Wallbanger season, just ripping.
Yeah, dude, he could hit absolute nukes. Just
so you're putting him out there, and hey, handlebar mustache. You kidding me? Maybe one of the best.
It's unstoppable. Him and Raleigh rocking it.
Oh, Raleigh's mustache too, a little curl up. Come on. Yeah, dude, the handlebar.
This is what took me 36 years to grow, dude. I couldn't even imagine being able to get something like it.
If you haven't seen a picture, anyone listening haven't seen a picture of Gorman Thomas, go look him up real quick. You go look at that guy and you be like, there's the first spot I think of when I see Gorman Thomas is a Wisconsin dive bar guy who's bellied up there with something stiff right in front of him.
Yeah, and quite honestly, Kriegs, he probably was after the game.
Shit, why not? 70s. All right. So we got Gorman and Gorman.
Yeah, he's in the cleanup behind him, and I flip-flopped these a couple times in the lineup, but Prince Fielder, he's my DH.
Okay, Prince at DH. I like that. That's a great spot for Prince.
Yeah. Just hit nukes.
Argue that's the best power hitter in Brewer history, unless there's a guy on here still coming up, maybe that.
Yeah, well, so here, this isn't the one, but Cecil Fielder. How about back-to-back fielders in the lineup? His old man playing first base for me. He had a little more mobility.
How Cecil when did he play in Milwaukee?
He played for a while.
He was
look up the years. I think he was there for quite a bit.
No, you're thinking of not Cecil Fielder. You're thinking of Cecil Cooper.
I'm Cecil Cooper.
That's the guy I was gonna say. No, you're good. I was like, because that's what I think is the greatest power hitter in the Brewers' history. If it's not Fielder, it's Cecil Cooper.
Cecil Cooper. Jesus Christ, I'm on the Fielder train. Yes,
you're good.
So he's playing one bag.
Dude, okay, so I think Fielder's probably the better overall power hitter, but yeah, Cecil, man, Cooper.
Cecil Cooper. Dude, he was one of the best hitters in Brewers history.
I was gonna say maybe not. He didn't have the home. He had warning track power because the guy was just loaded up on doubles his whole career, ribbies and doubles.
Yeah, that's like Overbay. I had him in a separate list, like a Tonto list.
The Sticks 1-1.
Yeah, it's unreal. All right, so where was I? Cecil Cooper. 7-hole, Yelly.
And you're gonna put him in.
I'm putting him in right field. Because I needed Bronny, and I kept Bronny in left.
Okay.
Christian plays across. He plays across the grass.
Okay.
So Yelly's in 7-hole. 8-hole, my boy, Terang. Had to.
Yep. You got it at the two-bagger. Absolutely.
Yep. And this one I'll get you. I'm curious here. I think you'll like this pick. 9-hole, behind the dish, Jonathan Lucroy.
Ooh, Lou.
I don't know if that was a good pick or not, but I felt like it was kind of sick.
I mean, Lucroy was like the guy behind the dish for a while there. He had a couple seasons. He hit 320 early on. He was a high 200s hitter. Kind of was cracking the 300s. And then they finally give him off, and I think he only made one All-Star game with the Brewers. But not like he was any kind of special elite, but like you want to talk about a guy who ripped doubles. He had a season with 53 doubles. Are you kidding me?
I remember there was a game against Cincinnati, like watching, they had like 10 runs in the first, and I think he had like a home run and 2 doubles. Like he got up 3 times or something in the inning. Mm-hmm. What an absolute maniac Luke is.
And it's crazy because the Brewers cast him off at just the right moment. As soon as he went to Texas, the rest of his career the next 5 seasons that he played, he got bounced around to like 5 different teams, and he just was never anything ever again. It was Brewers, and then he
sent people to like the Rockies and the Diamondbacks, dude.
Oh yeah, so he was bad.
They go to die.
It's I want to see here quick if there's anyone that I would have swapped in here for instead of what you got. So right now what you went with is you got Lucroy behind the plate, you got Cecil Cooper at first, Bryce Terang second, Robin Yount short, Molitor third, Braun Gorman and Yelly in your outfield. Prince is your DH. You got a pitcher, by the way, a pitcher and a closer?
Oh yeah. So my starter. Give me 2 starters. I'm gonna give you one because there's longevity to it.
Okay.
Benny Sheets.
I was gonna. Yep. Gotta have. I
think that's a pretty, like, that's, you gotta have him.
Gotta have.
You gotta have Ben Sheets. But CC Sabathia,
Yeah.
and like it wasn't long, but it was just so good. Well, you know what I mean?
That might have been the most electric second half of a season in Brewers baseball history.
And it was so fun.
That run he had of what he pitching all the he was the only pitcher they had, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, so
he
that
pitched
was like
every third game
too. There was no playoffs without him. I know that Nyjer Morgan and they have beast mode going on and everything, but that was not a playoff team if Sabathia is not on that roster.
No chance. No chance. And we got our first like playoff win in how many? Like it was like forever against the Phillies in the one game that he pitched.
Yep.
He had to go 8 innings and probably I think he had a home run.
Dude, Sabathia, that was one of the most electric times to be a Brewer fan was when Sabathia was in there doing his thing. Yeah. One guy was kind of bummed that you left off your list here. I'm not going to lie.
All right, let's hear it.
Old Geoff Jenkins.
All right, dude. He's on the Tonto Bones list. Jeff Jenkins is on the list, and I wanted to sneak him in, but it's like, where do you
can't. Maybe Yelly, but I mean, Yelly's got an MVP.
Maybe Yelly.
Yeah.
Yelly was an MVP for us.
That's what I'm saying. Jenkins just got the Brewers' longevity.
Geoff Jenkins, dude. On those 90s unis, too.
Oh, yeah, those, dude.
Fernando Vina was on my list.
You're bringing me back. So no Corey Hart, no JJ Hardy.
No, those are all in.
Billy Hall.
I got them on the team, but they're just on the bench right now.
Yeah, great bench guys. I mean, dude, Jenkins Jungle was awesome out there.
Yeah. Richie
Saxon, bro, man. I'm nostalgia all the way right now, man. Those are good times.
Just looked like he was 7'6", like standing in the box, too.
People forget about Richie Sexton and the power that lengthy sumbitch had. Remember, he
put like the most inside swing, and it just flew for miles.
He put the dent out in center field. Was that the Diamondbacks old stadium?
Oh yeah, dented it.
Was it? No, it was the Astro Stadium with the little hill in center field, and then he dented the pole dead center.
Yeah, it's like 420 dead center there too. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so he was fun, dude. There were some fun '90s guys, man. Like early 2000s.
Burnett's, yep.
Jeremy Burnett's was another. He's on the bench too, dude.
Dude,
like if I was going like Hart, like a Hart lineup, those boys are in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, for as much the Brewers sucked with like Corey, I mean, they brought up Corey Hart, Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks, Ryan Braun, JJ Hardy, all at the same time. It's very reminiscent of like what they're doing right now. This new version is like the modern version of what they tried to do in the early 2000s that just didn't work out. It wasn't the best thing. Obviously, Ricky Weeks like struggled to live up to all the hype he had as a hitter. JJ Hardy just never really came to until he was off with the Baltimore Orioles at that point. Then he really started to get better and better. So those teams never came to fruition. It feels like the Brewers are trying to repeat that same recipe now with what they got. They're always going to be the cheap team. They got one of the cheapest owners in baseball, and Mark Antanasio. I'm just not a fan of the guy.
Neither.
But I don't think many are, to be totally honest with you.
The baseball realm is it's so complicated too, like being in a small market. And like, I never understood. It's like, can't we find like some rich dude that's just willing to go nutty?
Yeah,
like
they're not in Milwaukee,
right? Not here.
Iman, are you following baseball out there in Washington? You watching much Nationals out there?
Yeah, I go to games when the season starts because my friend he's cool with somebody who got like the suite there, so we go to games. Yeah, but like I say, growing up, I told you I was a Braves fan, so
that's right.
I've only been in the DMV since 2020, so I haven't really followed them a lot. But I've been out here since 2020. Yeah, I've been out here since 2020. So,
I mean, the Nats put up some good years, dude.
Dude,
they took us out. At least when they took us out, they won it all. That's right.
Yeah, that's all you ask. That's all you can ask for.
At least lose to the champs, right?
If we didn't get to it, who was your closer for this Brewers lineup?
I got Haterade in there. Josh Hader.
Turnbow.
Turnbow. I think, fun fact, I'm pretty sure I won bingo like when I was like 18, and I won like $3,000 playing bingo. And the one thing I had to do was I put some money away for college, and then I took one thing out that my parents were like, you can buy something. And I bought an authentic Derek Turnbow jersey. I might be the only one that has it. You know,
I think aged poorly pretty quick. He went from
yeah,
turn
dude,
low
ever
to
since
turn
his
blow real
bobblehead.
quick.
It was his bobblehead game, which I was at, met him there. Because I just turned around and I was like, Turbo. And I showed him the back. He's like, holy shit, someone's got my jersey.
Got my jersey on.
Yeah. After that, really downhill. He blew the save in his bobblehead game.
Yep, turn blow. Then it was turn blow era, and it was not fun. Dude,
I didn't
also,
like that.
The Trevor Hoffman era in Milwaukee was underrated. People forget about that flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Trevor Hoffman coming out the Hell's Bells in Miller Park there for the longest time was an electric factory, man.
That was, that is incredible that we got him. Like, we got him on the latter half of his career, obviously, but like
still was nasty on the mound.
When they just lower, like, kill the lights and you get the Hell's Bells come on.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me chills right now just thinking about it.
It's 2B2, and there's a couple imposters trying to run it back. There's a couple imposters in today's MLB running that up, and they're all people will hype it up as like, man, if you're don't talk about this. There's only one guy. They should have reserved that retired Hell's Bells from any closer to ever use again. With I mean, Trevor Hoffman, what, number 2 all time in saves? I think 2 or 3 all time
behind Rivera.
Yeah. It should be a retired.
That's pretty good company.
Yeah, retired song. All right, one more manager. Who you got?
Oh God, I gotta stick with Patty. I'm too caught up in like this year, so to think of anybody but Patty, he's our manager. So
I love it.
Yeah, players coach.
Any final thoughts on the Brewers then before we can jump in quick into some Bucks talk since you're a Milwaukee guy? But any final thoughts on the Brewers that you want to share before we pivot?
Dude, I get excited for every baseball season, so it's like pitchers and catchers report in February. I'm already starting to get antsy. You know.
Yeah.
We're crazy. Like, every one of our friends thinks we're crazy because we don't miss a single Brew game, whether it's on a TV at our house or it's on like a radio. Rest in peace to Uke. But it's still nothing. Like, we are diehard through and through. So I'm always fired up. I'm optimistic until I can't be. And I'm hoping for a good year, man. Another playoff run would be fun.
I know how much of a diehard is. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to say his name, but one of your kids' name is a Brewer name.
Yeah, we got Crew. Yeah. And honestly, the very first thing that Elise said when we named him Crew is like, they're going to think we just named him straight after the Brew Crew. I'm like, nobody's going to think that. The first person we told, they're like, oh, Brew Crew?
Everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks
oh, shit, that didn't last long. But
come on, you knew in your heart of hearts what you were doing there. Come on.
Sometimes you play a little manipulation, you know.
You had to hold your cards close to your chest.
Yeah, and the second kid's name's Ace, so I was hoping he was throwing lefty, but you know,
you're just building up a baseball team back there.
Yeah, that's right.
Real quick, let's do real quick Bucks talk, because the Bucks have lost every bit of momentum that they had. They have become kind of like reminiscent back to some old Bucks teams that no one really wanted to watch too much. And we said it the last episode. It seems crazy now when you think about it, how quick they were to pull the trigger on firing Adrian Griffin with how the team was doing at that point, and just to go get Doc Rivers, who everyone knows there was question marks about. That dude's kind of a fraud, always has been a fraud. And now they just keep running this show with Doc Rivers, and it keeps going bad. And the dude just, anyone watching the Bucks, man, it is a tough watch out there. So not really sure what the hell is going on. Giannis has obviously been hurt, and that's not making this better. But what's kind of your thoughts on the Bucks and where they're at, and just kind of what needs to happen here?
It's been tough, right? And like we're in like a really lucky position to have drafted Giannis, because, and like obviously that's what all the talk's about. But it's crazy to think that he doesn't want to leave Milwaukee. So like we found a guy that is really unlike any other mega athlete out there that wants to stay where he's at. Like most people would be like off to LA or, you know, go down to Miami, whatever it is. Like we have him staying. It's like, I don't understand how we've gone around not being able to find a proper coach. Like I think from the get-go, I was skeptic to your point, Kriegs. Like I never thought Doc was the coach. I think he got bailed out of some really talented teams that he had, like with the Sixers and with the Celtics. Like you and I, we all could have coached those teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like when it comes to like actually getting down to like creating like a defensive scheme, there's no such thing, dude. There's no such thing. Their defense has been so bad for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been tough, dude. And obviously with Giannis's injury, that takes the sails out because you're like, just try to inch your way into the playoffs here and see what happens. But when he's back, and they got more issues than just having Giannis back. Like Giannis back was one piece that helped, but there's a lot more bigger issues there. Defensively, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm just coming across right now is the Bucks have a negative 97 point differential in their last 4 games as of we're talking about this, which is the worst 4-game span in franchise history. But the good news, Stephen A. Smith said allegedly Doc Rivers is retiring after this season after he's totally torn the Bucks down to shreds and nothing, and probably costing us Giannis probably this offseason, if we're being honest, because now it seems like those rumors are kind of getting a little bit of steam behind him, allegedly. Again, who knows? But I don't even know what you do with this at this point. I mean, you keep Giannis for as long as he possibly wants to be here. You do everything you can. Ryan Rollins is a damn good player, man. Like, not getting enough talk as Ryan Rollins. AJ Green and Miles Turner it feels like there's so much more to tap into and get out of both of them with a coach who actually knows what the fuck he's doing out there, which Doc Rivers is just more useless than a poopy flavored lollipop as the coach. And if you can get Kevin Porter on a cheap deal, sure thing. I have no interest in Kuzma, Bobby Portis, it's just whatever at this point. No, I mean, especially at the cost of legend Cash Middleton, but
yeah, that was tough. And now obviously we all knew he was kind of on the latter half.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know what we gained by getting Kuz, really.
Nothing.
Like, because he's still worse than Mids was. And Middleton, at least him and Giannis knew how to play so well together that it was like, didn't matter how old he was getting, like they still knew exactly where each other were going. So it always was advantageous when they were both on the floor. And then you had Kuz, and it's like, there's another guy slashing around that looks clueless.
It's just brutal.
I would hate to be the bearer of bad news, but y'all better soak up all the Giannis you can, because he's gone next year. I'm telling you, he's out of that. He's out of Milwaukee, which I do. I'm like you. I respect that he stayed this long. He brought a championship there, but I hate to be the one to break it to you guys. He's gone.
I honestly, listen, I mentally prepared for that happening 3 weeks ago, so I'm good.
Yeah.
He got us our championship, which was incredible. Like, to be able to experience that in Milwaukee, like,
the picture.
I just really want a Brewer one now. It's like I would take a Brewer one. I mean, obviously a Packer one always, but like a Brewer one in my lifetime would just one time.
I think the worst part about Giannis and him his time coming to an end with the Bucks is that his tenure with the Bucks ended with Doc Rivers might go down as one of the worst coaches in the Bucks history. And that is how Giannis's tenure ended with the Bucks. Not with some high, not with him sailing off into the sunset. It's ending with what might go down as the worst coach in Bucks history. And let's all be honest, let's be very clear. Chris Middleton doesn't get hurt every single freaking playoffs. There's another ring in that trophy room in Milwaukee, right? The one playoffs that Chris Middleton stayed healthy, they brought home a ring. And now obviously Drew Holiday was a huge player, but dude, Cash Money like barely played in these playoffs. And when he did, he was out there pouring buckets of sweat, playing like prime Jordan, just hitting every damn shot from mid-range. He was incredible, but he would play barely any games. But he would bust his ass when he was out there. You never got him. If you even got him in a playoffs, didn't last the full series. Yeah,
dude. I miss Middleton. He was just like so clean and smooth too. Like his jumper was wet as could be. Like absolutely, anytime it went up, like there was a couple of years where like he doesn't miss.
And
like I wish he took like 10 more shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's a damn shame, man. I hope I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I kind of agree with E-Man that it's probably the end of Giannis in Milwaukee after this season.
Come on.
I don't want to see it.
I think I believe you. I just am trying to choose not to, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Doc Rivers really fucked this whole thing.
I thought they got rid of Coach Bud too quick, bro. Did you think that?
No, because I was so done with the ISO ball bullshit with Coach Bud.
Fair.
And being in the playoffs. I don't remember what it was. I just remember watching one of the playoffs game, and they showed a stat of teams who ran or take shots most shots with under 2 passes in playoff history. Like the Bucks were like top 3 of all time. And we don't have SGA. to be running these ISO. And yeah, you got Giannis, but teams started figuring out how to.
It would have worked with Dame when Dame came in. It would have worked if he would have been the guy with Dame Lillard. Because I mean, if there's a better one-on-one player out there, it would have been him. But I guess he was gone before Dame got there.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I was so sick of watching a inept Bucks offense. It was just ISO ball. It was 80% ISO ball, and you would see teams like actually running plays and just getting guys open and creating for dudes. And meanwhile, the Bucks are like, well, how can we just drive straight to the hoop or just pull up a three without even a single pass?
Yeah, that was really frustrating too. Yeah, the ISO ball, watching them play, like I just was watching like the Celtics game the other night, and like they moved the ball. I think they scored like 160 points or some shit the other night.
Missoula should win Coach of the Year, to be honest.
No doubt, dude. Like their ball movement is insane. Mm-hmm. And you're like, how hard is this to do? Like, especially when you got a guy that like Giannis where everybody collapses to you, you should be having a field day.
Yep.
But now the only thing on that though, I do think that's player driven too. You got smart basketball players on the Celtics team. So some is coaching and then some is just players being unselfish, making the right pass for the right shot, because they all going to throw up threes. They're going to get 60 a night. So they figuring at some point it's going to get to me, so let me go and get it out. So I think a lot of that is the players too.
E-Man, are you trying to single out Kevin Porter Jr. in front of us right now?
I mean, y'all, listen, y'all have a few just black holes when that ball get into them.
You just defined them.
Yeah, I mean, Kuz is like that too. Kuz throws up shots, and I'd be like, why? What was that? I've always hated Kuz. But he sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? But
yeah. I mean, this year's it's tough. Like they almost got to just kind of scratch it and figure this out and start over.
Damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. All right, we'll let you bounce. But before we do, why don't real quick? I know you got your Instagram account out there. Tonto Bones the Attic. You've been just ripping, pulling cards open, pulling packs. Like, you got to just tell us the story real quick on what started this, why you're doing it, what's the results, how is it going, and then where people can find it so they can watch your journey, because you're on like day 60 or some shit with that.
Yeah, day 60 is tomorrow, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, Tonto is addicted to, and the thing is I kept the name not like Tonto is addicted to sports cards, because I'm addicted to a lot of shit, and one of them, like right now it's been sports cards. In Wisconsin, dude, we don't, it's cold here. So it's like you can go to Bucks games, you can go to a ski hill. But like my big thing is like golf. So I knew I wanted to run it into golf. So I plan to do some golf content with it later on. But right now it just started as me. I just like reopened a couple packs, and I was watching like a couple guys on YouTube ripping these packs and like selling these cards. And I didn't realize like some of the crazy value of these things. So I just dove right in, dude. And I'm like, I used to collect as a kid. I went through some of my old shit and they were all garbage, but I'm like, I want to start doing this and flipping them, and just to see like if I can make something out of it. Well, it turns out I'm doing it the completely wrong way. So like the right way to do it is to buy like singles of players and like whatever. Well, I just enjoy ripping the shit out of packs, and like it just is like a lottery ticket to me. It's a huge rush. And so I kind of got in over my skis a little bit and disclosed to my wife, who I love dearly, and I don't know why she puts up with me sometimes, but I was like, she's like, I feel like you're spending a lot of money on sports cards. And I'm like, that's accurate. You nailed it. And so I just decided to make a page dedicated to me trying to make up right now is a $20,000 deficit over the last 5 months.
Is that a real number? Is that a real number?
Goodness,
dude, that might be a girl math number.
Okay.
No, but like it's probably could be more. I don't have the receipts. Yeah. I just kind of keep it round numbers. But I've sold 12. On eBay. I've sold in 3 months 12 grand of cards.
God damn.
Yeah. So people buy, dude. They like glorified cardboard, man. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man. I mean, at least you're making some money back on some of these things. And
dude. And it kind of gets you like in like, so you were asking about like just general NBA talk. And it's like, I follow obviously Con Knipple for the Hornets. Like he's a Wisconsin
he had a nice
dude.
One of his.
Yeah. So I've gotten a couple nice ones that hit, and like he's in the running now. Obviously has the 3-point record for rookie. and in the running for Rookie of the Year. So him and Cooper Flag cards are going like crazy, dude. People are paying like one of Cooper Flag's cards that he just had, which is a 101, just sold for like over $1 million.
God,
Jesus.
damn.
Yeah, dude, I'm ripping packs thinking I'm gonna hit that thing.
I love the ambition, if nothing else, dude.
Yeah, man, it's fun. So if you guys wouldn't mind, follow it along, brother. I know Creeds is on it. E-Man, love to have you, brother.
Yeah, I'm a follower. Yeah, listen.
Yeah, Tonto was addicted to.
That's what I'm saying. Growing up, we were all into it. We never knew. Listen, I'm not lying. I used to have all of them because that's where you used to spend my money on arcade. I used to go to the arcade. It used to be a card shop right next to my arcade. And I would have never knew I would have probably been a millionaire by now because I'm telling you, I'm like you. All my old shit is in bad shape or just I don't know where the fuck is at. So.
Well, dude, I'll tell you one more thing here before you let me go. But the Pokemon. So I like collected Pokemon cards as a kid, dude. And I think of like now when I open a pack and it's a sick card, like it's sleeved and it put in like a top loader right away, so it's like stays clean, so you can grade them. Yeah. And well, so like some of these during COVID is when like the breakers and all these people that started like sports cards kind of came back like heavy in 2020 because there was nothing else to do. And I saw that Pokemon cards, like some of the Charizards, and I probably had like 5 of those as a kid. We're going for like $250,000 to $500,000, and they were graded well. And I remember telling my dad, I'm like, "Hey, get the Pokemon cards out of your house and let me go through those." I had a bunch of those. He goes, "I sold those," or he didn't sell them. He's like, "I gave those to Goodwill." Like years ago. I was like, fuck, man, somebody's having a field day.
Someone's living in a mansion off of your cards right
dude.
now.
Damn.
Yeah. I think I told him what they were going for too. And he's like, "Are you shitting me?" I'm like,
I'm gonna go let me get in the car and go back to that
Goodwill. 5. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. And they had to be in nice condition. And like as kids, you're not probably taking good care of shit, right? But I just remember being like, holy crap, dude, I had at least 5 of those.
Cards it's a weird thing, man. Like I got a gajillion old ones, rare ones that are in great shape, and they're going for less than I was telling you. Like this, I'm seeing this Jalen Milroe card, not even rare or nothing or crazy like that. Like one of our buddies was telling me about. Like, are you shitting me? It's going Jalen Milroe. It's not even like a 1-1. It's going for that much, and that's almost as much as my Champ Bailey 1-of-1 card is being asked for right now. Are you shitting me?
Think about Jalen Milroe. I mean, he played for Alabama. Those people are like, you got to have a fan who just really loves a player and just stuck to him, and they be willing to pay whatever for just that. I mean, because in my days, if it would have been a Cowboy card in my 20s, when I had the money, I would have paid whatever for a Emmitt Smith, a Troy, a Dez. I mean, shit.
Yep.
Give me a bench rider. I would have. Bill Bates. I would have paid a lot of money for Bill Bates cards, so it's got to be a fan.
Yeah, man. Now the big chase in baseball is Roman Anthony. So if you're buying baseball,
a lot of expectations for him right now.
Dude, some of his cards now too. You're looking at them, you're like, how the hell are these going for like thousands and thousands? Like, dollars?
It's all about who is here now. Like they don't have to be that good. If they're here now, it's a rare card, or there's just any substantial kind of hype around them, even if they've done jack shit as a pro, those cards are going for a gajillion dollars when you get guys who are all otherworldly Hall of Famers. You get a rare card of them, maybe an insert type thing, going for like 10x less than these. Like, I went to a store and I got the guy at the store turning me down on some of these older cards. I was like, do you know who the fuck card that is that you just said no to?
Dude.
He's like, I mean, like essentially he's just looking for anyone who's playing now that's like a local, like card shops love the local guys. Obviously they're tailoring to the local markets, but they just want the dudes who are here and now, and they will pay more for those guys, even if they're kind of like that, than they will for, like, they won't even entertain someone who's like not in the league anymore, not playing. And it's just all very seasonal, up and down, who's looking for what. It's a strange market, man. Really crazy.
It is, dude. It's like a wild stocks game, but like the big thing, obviously, with like Cooper Flag, right? Like he was all the hype, and he is a stud, and he's 18 or maybe 19 now. I don't know. You're like, some of his cards like are gonna if you're patient enough to like hold up for years and years, you still have no clue though. Like there's a chance he isn't good, or like isn't like what, like look at Zion, right? Like Zion's a perfect example. People were buying his cards for shit tons of money, dude, and now they're worth jack shit.
That's the crazy. That's what I'm saying. So you think it seems backwards because the guys we know are Hall of Famers and greats all the time. Like and like especially the older ones that didn't have a lot of runs on them. Like we should be talking way higher Valley, but I can keep going on this. Tonto, we'll let you bounce.
Yeah, it's a wild game, man. I
It's a
appreciate
wild
you
game.
guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thanks for doing this, man. Good talking ball with you, and you have to go on with your card journey.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate you guys.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure. All right, we'll see you. Good stuff, man, as usual.
Gotta admit it. He got the best guest name we've ever had. I'm just being honest. We've had some names, but Tonto Bones is clearly that might go down for when we get to the year. Best name from a guest. I'm not gonna bullshit.
Best guest name, Tonto Bones.
Goodness fucking grief. That's a classic name.
Absolutely. Hey, sorry we didn't get you in the mix more of that one with the baseball talk and everything.
I was enjoying that you guys were having a hometown kind of thing going on. I loved it. Listen, y'all educated me a little bit more on what the Brewers are. But I enjoy watching people have like that nostalgia moment, like remembering certain times. The fact that he doesn't miss a game, though, is it. Listen, I made Cowboy games for like 30 years, maybe. I'm 43. When I think I was 15, maybe, where I never missed a game from 15 to like a year ago. But to watch or listen to every baseball game, goodness fucking grief, you got to be a fan, my man. Good.
162. Hey, makes it a lot easier when you got Bob Uecker on the radio, the greatest broadcast radio guy of all time, RIP legend. And then on the TV side, it's funny to think about. No one talks about this enough. The Brewers local TV guys, like Brian Anderson, they've like, it's weird. Matt Vasgersian, the Brewers get all these guys to be like their TV dudes who every single one of them end up going national. They end up being like huge national broadcasters. Like Brian Anderson's on the March Madness. He's on the MLB stuff. He is everywhere in the big moments. And the Brewers just got like this system of churning. It's like their farm system of broadcast guys. They always got great TV dudes. It's incredible what they do.
Do you catch every game too?
Brewers, I mean, I wish. All I got's Mariners now, man. I can't watch Brewers out in Washington.
Man,
it
you
sucks.
gotta get your fire stick, bro.
Yeah, you need to set me up with the schemes.
Man, I gotta
get
you. If I get every baseball, I get it. I can get it. I get every baseball, every football, every basketball.
Let's talk offline. I want to do. I'll dip my toes. Hey, it's not illegal to stream. It's illegal to download. All right, there is a difference. Allegedly, but all right. Why don't we kick it over to the news desk, because we got some good things we'll wrap it up with some football talk here, maybe a little bit of basketball. So why don't we bring Joey on to get into it, because this first one is going to involve Joey and his Bears. So definitely curious, Joey, to see what you're going to have to say on some of the stuff we got coming up. What's going on? How we doing?
In the dead season of the NFL, and then they said, we're still here. We dominate all the headlines. So the first one, as you said, hits me home in Chicago. DJ Moore traded to the Buffalo Bills. The Bears shipping him off and a 5th-round pick for a 2nd-round pick from Buffalo. DJ gets to go to a a top-tier team in the AFC for sure. Not like they traded him to a bum franchise, because to be Josh Allen's number one guy. And the Bears are betting on themselves that they've built out this wide receiver room with a lot of young talent. And also they're at a place where they're saving some money. They're now, between the DJ Moore trade, they just released Tremaine Edmonds as we started recording here, and the retirement of Drew Dahlman opened up $44 million of cap space that they didn't have before.
Wow.
So they're going shopping for sure. But yeah, curious your guys' thoughts on this trade for both teams. Who wins, who loses? And I'll give you my 2 cents too when you're done.
We talked about it earlier, or maybe mid-season at some point. I can't remember. So we was kind of thinking he was on the trade.
Oh, you traded. Yeah.
Yeah, but I listen, I think this is big for Buffalo. Now, if he still has any juice left, because we know he kind of fell down later in the year, but then he showed flashes that he is still a Pro Bowl player. I think this is finally goodness. And he's just a good off the field guy, a good on the field guy, not a big diva, just comes plays. So I think it's big for Buffalo, but just hearing all the cap space and things y'all got going, the 2nd round for him, I kind of think y'all won too. So it's like, because y'all young receivers can eat. We seen that they can play. So I think that's a win-win for both.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard when we were thinking about this, like who is the winner of this one? It's hard for Buffalo. I know there's there's Buffalo Bills fans complaining, like, well, why would we give up a second rounder for DJ Moore at this point, right? Well, here's why. Josh Allen is 30. He's never been to a Super Bowl. That's your first reason. Your second reason is your number one outside receiver is Josh Palmer. That's your second reason. And then your third reason is the best who is your downfield stretcher, field stretcher guy? You don't have one. 3 good reasons why you give up a second round pick for DJ Moore. He's not a world beater by any means. He doesn't have this otherworldly great size or anything, but he's a better option than everything you got outside of Khalil Shakir. Very good rack, short yards guy. He can definitely be used down the field too. They just don't do it. So DJ Moore, the other thing that's really nice about this and why I really like this for Buffalo, DJ Moore's best seasons in Carolina were with Joe Brady, now Buffalo Bills head coach. The Bears sacrificed their first overall pick in the draft for the DJ Moore that they got because of what Joe Brady did with DJ Moore in Carolina. If you want to reverse the math a little bit on this one. So, I mean, think about it with Joe Brady. Like I said, in 2020, he had 1,200 yards, 80 yards a game. In his first year with Joe Brady, that's 18 yards per catch, too. It was just insane. 2021, he was insanely productive with 1,100 yards on 93 catches, too. So, and then on the Bears side, and Joey, you can get more into this, too. But, like, yeah, clearing cap, that's a big one. And then, like Joey also alluded to, you got Caleb Williams, and even though you gave up first overall pick for DJ Moore and they results in Bryce Young, you still got Caleb Williams, you got Rome Odunze, you got Luther Burden, you got Colson Loveland, you got Ben Johnson, you got Kyle Monunga, you got so you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking it's going to be okay because now you also just added a second round pick to build around everything else, and there's definitely some gaps to fill. Wide receiver, you don't need DJ Moore in the wide receiver room you got right now. You definitely need that second round pick to help build up on a defense that needs some works right now, and you had to shed the cap. And you know, it was very weird how it worked. I don't think you can call DJ Moore's tenure in Chicago a success. His first year was nice, 1,000-yard season. Second year, he regressed tremendously to under 10 yards a catch. Didn't have 1,000 yards, and then we all know how last year went. Like, they completely removed him from the offense for the most part. He had 50 catches, 680 yards, and six touchdowns, 40 yards a game. Last year was a tough one. It was just regression since year one with him. So I was like, the fact that they were still able to recoup a second rounder for him, like, hell yeah, man. Like, you got stuff to do. You got receivers. So this is a great win-win trade, in my opinion. I don't think there is like a bigger win. Joey, what are your thoughts?
My bad. And what fans got to understand in Buffalo, what DJ Moore did this year, if he do that next year, it's probably going to be better than any receiver you can get in the second round. I'm just being honest.
Which is crazy to say that, but it's not far off. I mean, Shakir's great, but yeah, this is a great move for him. He's going to be great for Joe Brady to be back paired with together.
Yeah, it's a weird spot, right? Because statistically, you're like you said, we talked earlier in the year ago, where the hell's DJ Moore? Like, he was non-existent in this offense. But then he finishes the year with 2 of the biggest plays in the last 20-year history of the franchise, with the game-winning touchdown against the Packers in overtime, and then the game-winning touchdown against the Packers again in the playoffs.
I'm aware.
And had a big, huge touchdown against the Rams when they're in their comeback that ultimately they lost. So it's a weird juxtaposition of stats and numbers versus impact. And he made a tremendous impact last year and was that veteran wide receiver with a really young group that I think you could rely on. And even if Caleb and him didn't get on the perfect page, he was instrumental in what they did. And that's what concerns me of, you know, when you're in a win now window, you go get the guy like that versus trade that guy away. So they're placing a lot of bet on Burden and Odunze and even Jade Walker, Colston Loveland. They got some great pieces, but there's still something to be said about having a veteran receiver in that room to help those guys grow. And I really think this, I know it's not a sexy conversation, but the retirement of Drew Dahlman, their center, at 27 this week, that shocked everybody. Yeah. I think had a lot to do with this because that's a big hole now that they have to fill in free agency. You signed him as the top center in the league last year in free agency to be here for the next 3 or 4 years. Now he's gone. With retirement, 1, you lose the position of the player. 2, you still got to pay part of that in the salary cap. So they had to free up room here to replace a Pro Bowl center that was integral in that run game, integral in pass protection. And I'm not saying it's the only reason this happened, but when you go into this year knowing, okay, you got these holes to fill in the draft and in free agency, and now, wait a minute, our starting center's gone. We lost our starting left tackle in the playoff game, and now you're getting rid of your starting linebackers for cap reasons. Like, there's a lot more holes that they're needing to fill, which necessitates sometimes a move like that.
Yeah. Okay. So who's the winner, Joey? If you had to pick one. It's pretty split down the middle.
Yeah, it really is.
The Bears aren't the winner yet because he's not a debt. It's not like getting him away makes them better. So I'd have to go with the Bills because this is a surefire guy they can rely on in a window. They still think they can compete for a Super Bowl. But I think in the long run, as you keep building out this trade and what the Bears haul was, right? Bryce Young for all these players and DJ Moore, and then now another second round pick that could be impact, not a 4th round pick, 2nd round pick. The gift hopefully keeps on giving.
I mean, I like it. And the unfortunate part is this is not a good center class in the NFL draft this coming year. There's
and you can't rely on that when you're in a contending window.
Yeah, exactly. There's like 3 centers worth drafting. One of them, the best one, is coming off an injury as well. Otherwise, he'd probably go in the 2nd round if he didn't get hurt. I'm blanking on his name. I just kind of remembering these things. But yeah, they're putting a lot of there's a lot of question marks around Rome Odunze, how his season kind of finished out there. But I mean, there's enough reason to still be bought in there. Luther Burden, man,
he's gonna be that guy. You'll be able to sleep because he's gonna be elite.
Yeah.
Now, Rome, I don't know, but Luther is gonna be a stud. Trust me.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, this very, very good deal. It was a good trade for both sides. I mean, I'm glad they got Josh Allen, a weapon that's better than what they have. Like, great for them. They instantly get better off this trade. And I think what the Bears can do now is like, maybe they don't want to spend on a center, but now they can allocate a 2nd round pick, another 2nd round pick. You have 2 2nd round picks this year. Yeah. So now you can just go stack up, not have to worry about reaching for one of the centers in the 2nd round now, because now you can just go stack up for your defense or whatever, O-line, D-line in the 1st and 2nd round. And then 3rd round is like, great. Now let's go get our guy that we hope can be our center for the next 10 years in the 3rd round after we just comfortably built up our biggest gaps. Obviously, center is one of the biggest gaps now. But yeah, I mean, it's good for both. Good trade. All right, what's next?
Next up, more trades. Rams trade another 1st round pick to the Chiefs, this time involving all-pro cornerback Trent McDuffie. We want to debate why it's a win or a loss for the Rams in this, but clearly they don't give a rat's ass about draft picks in LA. That's just my takeaway.
And they're still one of the most competitive teams in football year after year after year. They got the Super Bowl. Yeah, you could say they got McVay and Stafford, but this is a team. If you go back to 2017 with this team's 1st round draft picks, 2017, they traded it to the Titans. 2018, traded to the Patriots. 2019, to the Falcons. 2020, to the Jags. 2021, to the Jags. 2022, Lions. 2023, the Lions. 2024, they actually drafted Jared Verse. Crazy enough, they used it. 2025, traded to the Falcons. 26, they traded to the Chiefs. So this team literally says, fuck them picks. We don't want them. And yet they're one of the best teams year after year after year. All this amounts to is Les Snead is a better GM than your team's GM. That's all I'll say on that front. Because if you're the top 3 competitive team in football for 6-7 years straight, and you're not even using a 1st round pick, insane that is to say. That's insane. It doesn't matter who you got at quarterback. There's still 21 other guys on the field. It doesn't matter who your coach is. There's still guys who got to execute. So, I mean, Les Snead is a hell of a GM, and he's clearly got some formula that nobody else has. Iman, did you got a winner from this one? Because I'm kind of torn.
No, the Rams won. Trent McDuffie is an all-pro guy. They needed another DB. He's a guy that you can just say, hey, go handle your business. And clearly he's going to have to go handle JSN next year because, I mean, he's not going to get worse. So he's a guy that can really lock down the side, lock down in the slot, lock down anywhere you put them. So, no, I think the Rams won. And, I mean, I would think that more teams would do what they're doing, saying, hey, we don't know what our first-round picks are going to be. Let's go get a guy we know can play. We know can play. So, I kind of like their strategy. And when you're good and you only need a couple pieces, this is how you do it, because Trent McDuffie is a Pro Bowler. He's an all-pro corner. They won bar none. I'm surprised KC let them go because, I mean, shit, their defense is getting old. Chris Jones is not who I'm surprised. But maybe with Patrick being out, they're kind of reset this year and kind of get in for a 2028 year. But, the Rams won in my eyes.
I mean, that's who I'm kind of leaning because, like you said, this guy's 25 years old still. He's a 25-year-old all-pro right now. As locked down as it gets, he's never allowed a 100-yard receiver. He didn't allow a guy to have more than 53 yards against him last year. And, yeah, like you said, this is we need to find a way to lock up JSN trade. That's they sent off a first round to stop JSN. That's what this ultimately is. So, and the point is in perfect spot on. Like, why try to go draft the next Trent McDuffie? Let's just fucking go get the guy and let's win. And they had a need, but on the Chiefs side, while there's an argument, they're looking to do something Dynasty 2.0 in the final window opening that they have with Kelsey, Mahomes, and Reed. It's closing pretty quick. And there's a lot that they kind of got to get. There's some holes on the roster. They had some stuff that they got to get right for the Chiefs for sure, where they have some retooling that they got to do a bit. And paying McDuffie the amount of money he was owed, the gross sums of money he's owed, it would just cripple the Chiefs. They would have been able to do nothing. He was gone either way, essentially. So might as well get something for him while you still can. And they capitalize on the peak of his value. So they get a first round pick 29 out of it. They get a 5th rounder, a 6th rounder, and a 2027 3rd rounder. So they maximize the shit out of the value that you're going to get out of this guy, knowing that we're not going to be able to pay him. And we got to kind of retool a couple spots on this roster because your points, man, like there's enough gaps to where like, yeah, this is probably one of those things we kind of got to do at this point. Like, or we get nothing out of it and down the road here in a second when it's time to pay him the money. So it's a hard one. I would agree in terms. It's like the Bills. So like the Bills automatically get better. The Rams automatically get better. The Bears and the Chiefs, they're banking on, retooling the spots that they got to get right to get them back to where, they're trying to get to go. Obviously the Chiefs trying to get back to a dynasty and the Bears trying to take that next step and ascend to the top of the North and make a playoff run with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. So kind of I would say, yeah, 70, I would go 70-30 on this one that the Rams win, but the Chiefs definitely made out in the ways that they needed to, given the whole circumstance of the picture. So I can't say they're just dead losers in this one. All right. What's next? Or Joey, unless you had anything to add on that one before we move on?
No, it's just fascinating how these teams operate, right? Like first topic, we're talking about how important getting a great 2nd round pick is for the Bears. And the Rams side is like, we don't give a shit about draft picks. We're getting our players. So it's crazy how each team has their own wrinkle to this and it works.
It's very interesting.
It works. All right. Next up, we're going to basketball. NBA tanking has fully become a tankathon. All right. We've hit rock bottom. 10 teams want to combine 44 game losing streaks. I know sitting here in Chicago, the Bulls, who are, Michael Jordan's team, it is the most irrelevant, apathetic product right now in the city. They went winless in February. They're part of this problem. They didn't have a single win. So they now want to tank, and now it's too late because the NBA finally realized tanking is a problem. So wanted to get your guys' opinion here. I know we've talked about it in the past, but this seems to just derail. It's like we talk about it. Oh, this can happen. This can happen. Now it's like full blown panic mode.
I mean, go ahead, Imam.
They better get it together, or they just going to keep losing money. I just think it's going to be a bad thing for the NBA because if you just always think about it, certain organizations are going to be where they're going to be anyway, and then the other ones are always just going to be bad. Plus, like people like FanDuel and them going to start. Listen, I haven't bet in like maybe 2 weeks since the last time I told y'all. I haven't bet on the NBA in like 2 weeks because I'm like, I just want to kind of get in the playoffs first and see people have to play for something because I just don't know what people are doing no more. And damn near, and I get it, this is one of the best classes of prospects coming in. So I'm not so against, we got to put ourselves in position to get a Boozer, Peterson, DeBanza, or even an Acuff, like from Arkansas. I get it. This is one of the deepest drafts ever. So I get it. But for the fans and the bettors, this shit stinks, man. This shit stinks.
Stinks out loud, man. When you got your bottom 10 teams going a combined 44-game losing streak from your bottom 10 teams, the tanking has tanked to the fullest extent of the definition of the word tanked. It's really bad. And thankfully, we got Adam Silver out here throwing out just incredible ideas of how to fix his league. So first it was, let's abolish the draft altogether and just have the Celtics and Lakers be able to go sign everyone with them throwing the most amount of money at them. Second, now it's Adam Silver's newest idea of let's just throw shit at a wall and see what sticks, is a tournament among lottery teams to decide the draft order. So let me get this straight quick. So what Adam Silver is saying in essence is the worst team would ultimately finish last place in that tournament, not get the first overall pick, and never solve the problem here. And secondly, you're telling players that they have to go play games to determine who's going to get the guy to go replace those guys, because those worst teams are looking to replace dudes. And Adam Silver's idea here is, in essence, saying, go play in a tournament so your team can go draft the guy to then replace you. I can't believe this dude holds the highest position in a professional sports league. It is insane. I could tell you 100 other people right now who seem more qualified and have better ideas to go run the NBA than what Adam Silver is doing. It's just sad, man. NBA used to be such a fun time, fun product. You had the 90s, the attitude era of the NBA. You had the early 2000s, the Shaq Kobe era. You had the LeBron Heat era. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden now the NBA, what is it known for? It's known for tanking. Dudes just trying to flop, a bunch of softies. No one plays defense anymore. It's just become so bad. And somehow Adam Silver holds on to a job when all he cares about is how can we incorporate more AI into the game rather than fixing the product. It's just sad to see. It keeps going worse. Every time we talk about tanking, it's something new that it makes it more insane to think about. This league is still being ran by the same dude. Joey, do you have any thoughts, or you want to move on?
I just think it's hilarious now that, and like some teams that are in hell, right, are like, great, we're going to start tanking now. Now the league's like, you can't tank anymore. But it's just, it's a wild concept. And I was thinking about it today because like other sports in other countries, like there's no draft. Like this idea of tanking like doesn't exist. And so it's just a very Americanized brain on how we operate sports. And so when Adam Silver comes out and says we're abolishing the draft, we all like, whoa, like we take a step back. But if we really take the time to think about it, the rest of the world's operating in a different way that we may want to consider and understand, and how to incentivize teams and make this more competitive and have relegations. Because no matter what you do, these same owners are going to get away with the same stuff they've been getting away with before, no matter the rules. And so it's just finally hitting critical mass, right? Where normally you root for one or two teams to do it and they get Cooper Flag. Now it's a ton, and it's making it unwatchable.
A third of your league is actively. I mean, I just saw a clip today of the Pacers.
That's crazy.
Where there was you know what I'm talking about? Where the guy admitted, hey, that's out on me. So the Pacers are going to get the ball back. And then they had their one guy say like, hey, nope, that I touched it. That's out on me. It's like there's a commercial. There's a commercial of literally that moment, a commercial that gets mocked of the dude just trying to be the sportsmanship guys like, hey, ball, that was out on me. I mean, tell me the last time you saw that in the NBA where the guy's like, hey, that's on me. I don't want the ball back.
And somebody who make bets, to lose by 1 point would make me find that guy and fucking want to put foots and ass to him. So I don't like it. But listen, what if they just start rewarding the teams who win? The best team should be able to get the more balls. So now everybody has to be incentivized, no load management, get good coaches, get good facilities, because the winners get the most balls.
NBA champion gets the first overall pick.
Yeah, you're rewarding winning. Winning should be rewarded, though. To me, winning should be rewarded, and people should want to go play for winning franchises. I would be mad if I got to go play in Indiana. I'm gonna be all honest.
I don't know what they do, man. They're so far gone. They've lost. It's just gone. I don't know what you do. You are so far gone that it kind of feels like the NBA just has to blow it up at this point. And I don't even know how you do that at a league level rather than just a team level. But it seems like the NBA's just got to blow the whole thing up and restart essentially because it's gone. But all right, what's next to wrap it up?
All right, last one for you. We're going back to baseball. So, Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, have come on some rough times. If you know, great fan base, bunch of titles, great fans in baseball, but then they just forgot how to win. They've lost a lot of money in their TV deal, and they're trying everything to get their fans back. So, their new offer heading into this year, and I want to see if this would get you to the ballpark. In partnership with Coca-Cola, it's called the Coca-Cola Unlimited Ticket Package. So, for $29 a ticket, it includes the price of admission and all you can eat Coca-Cola product concessions. So, we're talking hot dogs, soda, french fries, ice cream, popcorn, you name it. All up until the 8th inning. Doesn't include alcohol. It's subject to dynamic pricing, which I found hilarious. So, like, it'll go up when the Dodgers are in town, but if the Reds come to town, it'll be back to $29. But is this package getting into the ballpark?
It would get me in there. Shit, unless Nelly, you have to bring Nelly too. But I'm going $29. I love drinking Coke and eating hot dogs and glizzies. I'm telling you, I would have about 4 glizzies and about 4 cups of Coke just off the 29. I would go. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, I would go as a casual thing to do. I think this is one of those things like, I think the Cardinals need to do this. Go look at their roster. Go look at their pitching staff. This team on paper sucks. They're not getting fans in the stadium. They're not putting butts in seats without something drastic to do so because this is not a watchable baseball team right now. And again, you go look at their roster and you tell me I'm wrong. You tell me that's a team, I won't go through it, that you was like, oh yeah, that's a World Series competitive team right now. Like they're just not in a good spot with their roster at this point to where they're just doing something to be like, we got to find a way to get people to come to the game. And for that price, like, hell yeah, I'd go to a game if I don't got shit to do on the weekend. $29 for all of that. Oh boy, I'm going to max out. It's like Buffalo Wild Wings when you got the 50-cent wings. Like, I'm going to make sure you lose money today just so you know. Sure. Yeah, you're going to lose money off of me today. I promise you that. So I would go there with some bad intentions. I would tear down some things in the concessions for sure, and then just go watch my team lose baseball games because I think the Cardinals are probably finishing at the bottom of the NL Central this year. The Pirates are better. They look better. The Brewers and Cubs are significantly better. The Cardinals are kind of la-la land right now, and this is something I feel like it was a necessity. Like, they just got to get fans in there because otherwise it's going to be the old balance sheet's not going to look great there in the front office guys who got to look that over. But all right, good stuff. Until next week, we will see you on another episode of Chalk Talk Social. Until then, y'all have a great rest of y'all weekend. We'll see you.